And hello, everybody. Welcome into tonight's broadcast. I'm Samuel Reese coming to you live for Game 2 of this first round series in the Stanley Cup Playoffs between the Boston Bruins and the Carolina Hurricanes. Carolina took Game 1 in a 5-1 victory over the Bruins. In 4 games this season, including the playoffs now, Carolina has outscored Boston 20-2. The Boston Bruins will try to change around the fortunes in front of a packed house at PNC Arena in Raleigh, North Carolina. The series will shift over to Boston for Game 3 on Friday, and the Bruins trying to make sure that the series is tied at 1 apiece when Game 3 does take place on Friday night. Both teams take to the ice. It's a rocking atmosphere in North Carolina. Thanks everyone for stopping by. We have Vaughn, we have Adam in the house. Thanks everyone for tuning in as always. And yes, of course, the big news of the day in the world of soccer was Real Madrid winning over Man City earlier. Just unbelievable scenes. They pulled off the miracle. I would have loved to be on the call for that, but I had something going on after school, so I unfortunately wasn't able to. But hey, at least I'm able to be on for this game. As I mentioned last night, I wasn't originally going to be able to do this game, at least from the start, because I was going to cover my high school's baseball game, but that game got postponed due to rain. So the bright side is I get to do the entirety of this game, which I'm very much looking forward to after I wasn't able to call the entirety of Game 1. And yeah, I'm expecting this to be a battle. I think the Bruins know that this is pretty much a must win for them. So the stakes are high. Both teams on the ice, ready to go. Let's drop the puck here on Game 2, shall we? As we get ready for the opening puck drop in Carolina, the Hurricanes and the Bruins. The Hurricanes, number 1 seed in the Metropolitan Division. The Bruins, the first wild card team out of the Eastern Conference. Here we go, folks. The towels are being waved by the Carolina Hurricanes faithful. The national anthem complete, and here we are. Linus Ullmark in goal for the Bruins in Game 1. He faced 24 shots, saving 20. Therefore, 4 goals allowed, an .833 save percentage on the season. There was much talk about whether or not it would be Jeremy Swayman getting the start tonight, but Bruce Cassidy sticks with Ullmark. Antti Raanta in goal for Carolina, 36 shots faced, 35 saved, just 1 goal allowed in Game 1. He has an impressive .972 save percentage on the season. Just past 7:10 local time. Puck drop for this one. In Game 1, it was a 1-goal game in the third period, but the Hurricanes were able to pull away in the end for the 5-1 victory. It's Patrice Bergeron against Jordan Staal, and we're underway. Bergeron wins the draw. Game 2 is upon us in Raleigh, North Carolina. Look at the lines. First for Boston, Marchand, Bergeron, and DeBrusk on the first line. Hall, Haula, and Pastrnak on the second line. It's Frederick, Coyle, and Smith on the third line. And then on line 4, it's Foligno, Nosek, and Lazar. Defensively speaking, Grzelcyk and McAvoy on line 1. Second line consisting of Lindholm and Carlo. And then the third line featuring the duo of Forbort and Clifton. I'll get to the Carolina lineup in a moment as Boston works it out of their own end. The Hurricanes have Svechnikov, Aho, and Jarvis on their first line. Domi, Trocheck, and Teravainen on the second line. And then on the third line, it's Niederreiter, Stahl, and Fast. On the fourth line, Martinuk, Kotkaniemi, and Natchez. First line defense, Slavin and D'Angelo. Shea and Pesse on the second line, Smith and Bear on line 3, as that's gloved by Raanta and the Bruins with a couple of chances early on in this one, and already Haula getting into it and exchanging some words with Tony DeAngelo. A solid stop there by Raanta as the shot came in from the left circle by David Pastrnak, and then a bit of a scrum inside the crease afterwards. Face off here to the right of Raanta. Bruins win it, but it skips past the stick of, I believe, Brandon Carlo. Caesar Sportsbook setting the over-under at 5.5 goals in this one. Wraparound pass closed down by Carlo. And now the Bruins work it out of their own zone. Passed ahead by Bergeron, and there's the shot. That goes wide. The pass ahead was by Lindholm, I beg your pardon. Now it's picked up by Taylor Hall. Hall was one of the few bright spots for the Bruins in Game 1. Coyle lost possession, and now down the right wing, it's Max Domi. Domi lays it back, no one there, and it'll go all the way back to the defense. Boston makes a change, and Carolina starts back up. Loose puck in the slot, and unable to get a clean touch was Martin Necas. Teravainen sends it in. The Bruins work it back out. It's Coyle gaining the line. Coyle down the right wing looking for a shot. Tight angle and a pad save made by Antti Raanta. Back the other way, it's Teravainen. He flips one in on goal, and Ullmark makes the stop and leaves it for the oncoming Carlo. You'll be rooting for Liverpool, all right? Yeah, it should be a cracking Champions League final. I do hope to call that match. Oh, a big hit delivered there as Grzelcyk won the puck. Bergeron combining with Lazar down the left wing. Here's the shot. Raanta got a piece. Now on the right wing wall, it's Craig Smith. Nick Foligno shielding the puck, fires one in, and a save made. Raanta with the stop again. There was a collision in front of the net, and Carolina clears. All the way back it comes to Grzelcyk. 3 minutes gone here in Game 2 of this first round series. 9-1 the shot attempts in favor of Boston. They've come flying out of the gates. Marchand trying to feed it to DeBrusk. That pass intercepted. And now Carlo in a race. He'll get there before the ensuing Nino Niederreiter. And an awkward fall into the boards there for Carlo as plays halted. Niederreiter delivering the hit. And that will be a penalty called. So Niederreiter heading to the penalty box, and Boston with an early power play opportunity here. What's up, Jeffrey? Welcome in. How you doing, Jeffrey? Yeah, a clear trip there by Niederreiter on Carlo, and then afterwards, Niederreiter pushing Carlo into the boards after Carlo regained his footing. I do not watch Ricky and Morty. I don't really have a say on that, Vaughn, if I'm being honest with you. So it's the Bruins to the power play with 16:43 to go in the opening period of play. The power play for Boston, just 3 for their last 46. Meanwhile, Carolina's penalty kill 88%, which led the league in the regular season. The Bruins just 1 for 17 against Carolina this season on the man advantage. All right, sounds good, Jeffrey. Face-off won by Boston in the offensive zone. Marchand shielding the puck along the wall. Now sent in deep for Taylor Hall. Hall pushed against the wall by Slavin. And the Carolina Hurricanes will clear it. In Game 1, the Bruins had 41 seconds of off-zone time and 6 power play minutes. And offside called at the line by the official on the near side. 22 seconds gone in the power play so far. A game that it feels like the Bruins have to win, really. It's the 6th season for Bruce Cassidy as Bruins head coach, a 35-38 playoff record at the helm. Of course, in 2019, the Bruins came so close to winning it all, falling in Game 7 of the Stanley Cup final against St. Louis. So that's a bad giveaway, and it could lead to a chance. Sebastian Aho in on goal, and Ullmark denies him and steers it to the right corner where it's tracked down by Boston. Here's Taylor Hall out through the neutral zone. Hall all the way into the slot, and it's knocked away. Bruins keep it alive. McAvoy on the right wing. Skates around Marchand, feeds it to the back door. And it hit off a skate and went wide. Now Marchand. Marchand up top. McAvoy shot. Save. Puck is loose. And Pastrnak will claim it in the far corner. Pastrnak to Brad Marchand. Now Marchand up high to McAvoy. The one-timer. It's wide. The Bruins pouring on the chances. Bergeron shot saved. And Ronta holds on. 43 seconds left in the power play. And now Bergeron getting into it with Sebastian Aho. 15:26 left in the opening period, and chances galore for the Bruins. But don't forget that Carolina had a golden shorthanded opportunity after Pastrnak gave it away to Aho, and he had a near breakaway chance where Ullmark made the stop. And then at the other end, Antti Ranta coming up big multiple times. This puck cleared down the ice by Carolina. Bergeron will drop it back. About 25 seconds to go on the power play. Coyle enters the zone. On the left wing, the pass deflects off a skate. Coyle in the far corner, feeds it to the right circle, and it went off Haula out of the zone. Retrieving this one is Hampus Lindholm. Puck flipped ahead of the end boards. Captain at the left point. Point to point, it's DeBrusk. DeBrusk feeds it over to the back post, and the pass went wide. Out of the box now is Niederreiter. The power play over for Boston. There's a pass, and it escapes all the way through to center ice. Carolina makes a change, and so do the Bruins. Up the wall goes Brendan Smith. No score here in Game 2. A shot 7-2 in Boston's favor, as it's wound in by Jordan Martinook. Now on the far side, it's Necas. Necas closed down by Nosek. A fight for the puck. Grzelcyk has it. He drops it back to Brandon Carlo. Carlo elevates, and it's snatched out of the air by Martinook. At the line, it's Necas. Helping out was Haula. Physical forecheck by Boston. 6.5 minutes played here in Game 2. Niederreiter back to this puck. Marchand drops the shoulder. And it's Smith with the outlet pass. In deep by Stahl. Ullmark behind the net. Played out by Patrice Bergeron. And Pesce has it for Carolina. Stolen by DeBrusk. Knocked down there by Jesper Fast, I should say. Just under 13 minutes left in the opening period. Awaiting the breakthrough goal in Game 2. Pastrnak lost it. And now it's played ahead to DeAngelo. Hall back the other way. The puck ricochets back into the neutral zone for Sebastian Aho. And a whistle on the play. We have another penalty, and this time it's going against Boston. Heading to the penalty box will be Eric. No, it's against Carolina, I beg your pardon. Haula was just barking at the penalized player, and we'll get a number on that in a moment. It's an interference call, and that will go on Tony DeAngelo. So the second penalty of the game already against Carolina. Oh, yeah, a blindside hit there. Delivered on Haula by DeAngelo. Well, 12:32 remaining in the opening period of play. There's no score here in Game 2 of this first round series. Back with more after the break. Stick around. And welcome back in, everybody. It's Boston to the power play for the second time tonight. And welcome in, Gabriel. Thanks for stopping by. And yeah, well, Man City bottled it indeed. I mean, what a comeback by Real Madrid today. That was unbelievable stuff as Carolina immediately clears the puck upon winning the faceoff. The Hurricanes this series have won 7 of 10 shorthanded faceoffs. Oh, and closed down was Ronta. He got hit by Pastrnak, and this is going to be a penalty against Boston. And Ronta is down for Carolina, and things already getting heated here in game 2. Pastrnak absolutely took out Ronta, and he is down in pain right now as the athletic trainer comes out to attend to the injured goalie. And David Pastrnak will head to the box for Boston. That will make it 4-on-4 for the next 142. The backup goaltender, in case you were wondering for Carolina, is the 22-year-old rookie, Pyotr Kochetkov. So if need be, he would be the replacement for Ronta. Pastrnak was just trying to block that clearance and went just crashing into Ronta after he cleared that puck. Went right into his left pad, and that was a big-time collision between the two. What's up, Hugo? Welcome in. And so we'll see if Ronta is okay and able to continue, but by the looks of it, he's clearly in a lot of pain. So goalie interference called on Pastrnak. And he's actually bleeding from the mouth, Antti Ronta. And yeah, he's not going to be able to continue, folks. So Pyotr Kochetkov, the 22-year-old rookie, is going to enter the game. It'll just be his 4th appearance of the season, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, looks like Pasternak's glove also made contact with the helmet of Ronta. And yeah, he was certainly bleeding from the mouth after that collision. Yeah, I know, Hugo. Unbelievable scenes earlier in that Real Madrid Man City game. So in comes Pyotr Kochetkov. Yep, a 3-0-0 record in the regular season for the rookie. A 2.42 goals against average, 920 save percentage. No shutouts in his 3 appearances. And so Kochetkov thrown into a difficult situation. The rookie making his first playoff appearance. It will be just a minor penalty on Pastrnak. The referee announces, much to the disappointment of the crowd on hand in Raleigh. So a 4-on-4 for 1:42, and then Carolina power play for the following 18 seconds. Ron Brindamore, of course, in charge of Carolina. He won a cup with them back in 2006 as a player. And yeah, the fans certainly not happy about that just being a minor on Pastrnak. But nonetheless, we carry on. Face off to the right of Olmark, a new goalie for Carolina after Antti Ronta went down injured. Brady Shea sends it around the wall, and Aho has to retrieve in the neutral zone. He'll take it all the way back behind the Carolina goal. The shot attempts 12-2 in Boston's favor. Turned over by Seth Jarvis. Diagonal feed to Coyle down the right wing. Into the offensive zone. McAvoy to DeBrusk. DeBrusk back to the line, and Forbort has to reset at center ice. The Bruins will reset as a team. It's back now with Carlo. 11:15 remaining in the opening period. No score. Losing it there was Taylor Hall, and here comes Carolina. The pass finds Vincent Trocheck. Trocheck will skate it all the way back to the Carolina end. 20 seconds left on the 4-on-4. Svechnikov gains the line. Pass blocked there by Carlo. Now sent along the wall by Svechnikov. What's up, John? Welcome in. Hope you're doing well, man. Holding it now for the Hurricanes is Brady Shea. D'Angelo now out of the box for Carolina. They close out their short power play, and now Pastrnak exits the box. So it's back to 5-on-5. We've reached the midway point of period one. Stahl all the way to the end boards. Driving forward is Tomas Nosek. Nosek flips one in, and the skipper is fended off by the rookie goaltender, Kochetkov. Stahl absorbs contact. Bruins keep it alive. Here's a chance. The shot ricochets wide. Opportunity there for Foligno. Now high slot. Clifton with a drive. Save made through a screen by Kochetkov. Lindholm down low. And finally, Carolina out to center. Clifton retrieves this puck behind the Boston net. Where is the real Adam? I don't know. Here's Smith. This is tracked down on the right wing, and the pass blocked off. Here come the Bruins the other way. Oh, and that was a nice hit delivered. Clean check in the neutral zone. And now here come the Hurricanes. Gaining the line is Trocheck. Trocheck lost it to Carlo. Carlo out to center ice, and Toronto regains possession. .8:20 left in period one. Scoreless so far in game two. McAvoy gets back to this puck. Lindholm fighting for it. He was trying to find Bergeron, but instead it's down low with Carolina. Seth Jarvis. And here come the Bruins out to center ice. Marchand will flip it in. Carolina clears. And icing is the call on the Hurricanes. .746 remaining in the opening period. 0-0 from Raleigh, North Carolina. Thanks, everyone, for your company tonight. Nothing better than the NHL playoffs. 16-3, the shot attempts in favor of Boston, but still not able to put anything away. Face off to the right of Kochetkov. Bruins win it. All the way down low for Taylor Hall. Hall in the right corner. Feeds it in front, and the shot is wide. A chance there for Eric Haula. And now pressure from Carolina. Niederreiter fighting for the puck. And he gets hit by Clifton in the near corner. Both teams try to dig it out in the corner. Carolina claims it. At the left point, here's a drive and a save made on the effort there by Jarvis. D'Angelo from a tight angle sent it wide of the target. Another chance, that's blocked. Bruins trying to clear. And they can't quite yet. On the puck is Stahl. Stahl to the right circle. Feeds it across. One-timer, and they score. 6:57 left in the first period, and Carolina strikes first in game two. It's I beg your pardon, that's Jesper Fast with the opening goal. I believe D'Angelo on the assist. The Bruins just dominating this first period for the most part. Can't capitalize on their chances, and Carolina makes them pay. A nice one-time effort from the left circle by Jesper Fast. Beautiful cross-ice pass, and Fast made no mistake about it from the left wing. 1-0 Carolina leads, and PNC Arena going crazy right now. The 8th career playoff goal for Jesper Fast. No, this series is best of 7, Hugo. Yep, every round of the Stanley Cup playoffs are best of 7. Basically the same exact format as the NBA. Yeah. The Hurricanes now outscoring the Bruins 22-2 this season, including the playoffs. Here comes a chance for Boston, but the play blown dead as a Boston player is down and things getting chippy. I believe it was Carlo who was down for the Bruins, and the referees have to settle the situation down. 6:28 left in the opening period of play. Carolina, just as they did in game one, score the opening goal of game two. It's Jesper Fast with the opener. Back after this. Stay tuned. And welcome back in, everybody. 1-0 Hurricanes leading the Bruins here in game two of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Yes, I am from the Boston area. Pyotr Kochetkov, just 22 years of age, the first Carolina goalie age 22 or younger to appear in a playoff game since 2006 when Cam Ward did it. He had to replace the injured Antti Ranta earlier on in this first period. Not an easy situation for the rookie whatsoever, but he's done just fine so far. What's good, Nate? Welcome in. Yeah, a la Madrid indeed, man. Crazy stuff. Crazy stuff earlier today in Champions League. Carolina wins the draw, and it comes back to Brendan Smith. Played back to Niederreiter. Carolina winds it around the boards, and here's Brendan Smith. There's the shot pad save as Ullmark denied. Max Domi on that chance. 6 minutes to go in the period. Carolina up by a goal to none. Spinning around is Coyle. Coyle feeds it ahead. Marchand from distance, and Kochetkov will cover up for Carolina. The shot's 8-5 Boston. Well, Hugo, I don't think there's much luck about coming back like they did. I mean, they deserved it, man. The way they came back at the end, that's just insane. It's Stahl against Bergeron here in the faceoff. Stahl won 13 of 19 faceoffs against Bergeron in game one. And before the faceoff takes place, Bergeron kicked out. DeBrusk will have to replace him. Stahl wins it. Bergeron's 40% faceoff percentage in game one rather, was the second lowest of the season for him. So an uncharacteristic performance at the faceoff circle for him in game one. In the right corner, it's Jesper Foss, the goal scorer. Chance in front. Ullmark shuts the door. And the Bruins take it away. They move it now into the offensive zone. Marchand ahead for DeBrusk. DeBrusk in deep where Bergeron chases. Just one goal in the last 14 games for Brad Marchand, and it was an empty netter. So he's been pretty cold for the Bruins as of late, as Carolina ices the puck. Well, the NHL playoffs do continue tonight. Later on at 9:30 Eastern Time, it's Game 2 between St. Louis and Minnesota. Then at 10, it's Game 2 between Los Angeles and Edmonton. Meanwhile, tomorrow at 7, it's Game 2 between the Penguins and Rangers. 7:30 tomorrow, it's Game 2 between Washington and Florida. The Capitals surprisingly winning Game 1 of that series last night. Meanwhile, Tampa Bay, Toronto Game 2 just underway north of the border. Here's Aho. Aho met by McAvoy. That's turned over in a bad area. Slavin behind the net. Slavin up top. And now D'Angelo through traffic. They score. A 2-0 lead for Carolina. And the Hurricanes are making things happen here in Game 2. It looks like Sebastian Aho will get credit for the goal. The Bruins just unable to clear. Taylor Hall tried to play it around the boards. It was turned over to Carolina. Slavin held it down low, fed it up high, and then the shot redirected on frame. D'Angelo with the drive from the high slot, and then the redirection by Aho is what ultimately steered this puck into the back of the net. And with 4.5 to go in the first period, it is a rough start here for the Boston Bruins. Wow. What a start to this game for Carolina, as that shot from distance is gloved by Ullmark. 4:14 remains in the opening period, and the Hurricanes have a 2-0 lead over the Bruins here in Game 2. I'll be back with more. It's all Carolina so far in Raleigh, trying to take a 2-0 series lead in this one. I'll be back in a moment for more in this round one series of the Stanley Cup Playoffs. And welcome back into the broadcast, everybody. It's 2-0 Carolina over Boston. The Bruins trying to turn things around here late in the first period, 4:14 to go. Thanks everyone for tuning in tonight. And as the faceoff will take place to the right of Linus Ullmark. Not the type of first period, of course, the Bruins were looking for. Carolina wins the draw. Shot from distance deflects wide. The effort there by Brendan Smith. Now it's fought for in the far corner. Carolina takes it away along the end boards. Yes, this is hockey indeed. That will be icing. And Clifton exchanging some words after the whistle with Max Domi, it appeared. Face-off coming back in the Hurricane zone. Face-off here will be to the left of Kochetkov. It will be Marchand in it as Bergeron gets kicked out. Face-off won by Carolina. Back it comes to Ian Cole. Here's Domi. Nice cross-ice pass. Jesper Fast goes to the corner. Moved up to the right point by Trocheck, and Ullmark stands up to make the stop. It deflects out of play. You don't like hockey so much? Oh, come on, man. Hockey is fantastic. Especially playoff hockey. Nothing like it. But hey, people have their preferences. Got to respect that. It was Jesper Fast with the game's opening goal. Sebastian Aho, the second goal of the game. Aho with the fourth most goals in franchise history in the playoffs, that is. Jakub Slavin, meanwhile, with 22 career playoff points, the most by a defenseman in franchise history. Quick shot off the face-off. Deflected out of play by Ullmark. It was Fast with the opportunity. Yeah, solid save there by Linus Ullmark. Face-off here to the left of Ullmark. 3:26 left in the opening period. Carolina has it. Svechnikov enters the zone. They are onside. Aho back to Svechnikov. Short side stop by Ullmark. Carlo pushes along the wall. Can't clear, and Shea sends it wide. Into the far corner it goes, and that deflects out of play into the bench area, it looks like. And once again, things getting chippy after the whistle. 3 minutes to go in the opening period. And Bruce Cassidy, not a happy camper at the moment. The Boston Bruins coach seems furious right now. It's not the first period the Bruins were hoping for. Carolina wins the draw. Here's a shot from distance. Save made. Puck loose in the slot. And now play blown dead. And it looks like a penalty is going to be assessed. Let's check that. So, first off, it was Derek Forbort blocking the shot there for Boston. Because I thought originally Ullmark made the save, but no, it was Forbort who blocked the shot. And actually, there will be no penalty. Play was just halted because I think the puck was kind of stuck there. There's a shot off the face-off win, blocking it this time. was Curtis Lazar. Back it comes to Slavin. All the way down, no icing on the play. Bruins fight for it, delayed offside call. Starting things up will be Antti Ranta. Olmark for McAvoy. Up the wall it comes to Charlie Coyle. Tripped up there was Frederick. And that deflects out for a whistle. 1:56 to go in the opening period now. Hope all of you are enjoying the broadcast. Pasternak, interestingly, on the second line tonight. DeBrusk promoted to line one, paired up with Bergeron and Marchand. The Hurricanes this season 43-1-0 when leading by 2 or more goals. Here's Domi on the left wing. That puck snatched out of the air by the glove of McAvoy. Kept alive momentarily by Teravainen, but the Bruins counter the other way. Here's McAvoy down the right wing. He shoots at a save made by Kochetkov. Best save so far by the 22-year-old rookie. Bruins will start up again. All the way through to the right wing. It's Forbort with a drive and another stop there. Or Lindholm with the drive, I should say. And now Carolina emerging with a 3-on-2 the other way. Slavin through the slot. Puck picked up by Marchand, and a whistle will blow play dead. And we're going to have a penalty against the Bruins. A slashing call on Patrice Bergeron as he goes to the box. Carolina is the 1 seed out of the Metropolitan Division, Hugo. So yeah, the NHL does the playoffs a little differently because they do the playoffs based on divisions rather than conference. So there's 2 divisions in each conference. And yeah, how they do it is the top 3 teams from each division make the playoffs, and then the next 2 best teams in each conference get in as wild card teams. So yeah, Carolina was 1 in the Metropolitan Division. The Bruins were the first wild card team. So even though they're from the Atlantic, the best wild card team plays the worst number 1 seed in the conference, because the number 1 seed in the Atlantic is Florida, but they had more points than Carolina. So the second wild card, Washington, had to play them. As this puck is cleared down by Boston, they try to kill off the penalty. 30 seconds left in the first period. It's Aho entering the zone. Svechnikov on the left wing. Aho all the way around to the far corner. With it now is Niederreiter. 20 seconds left in the period. Niederreiter right wing. Fed back to the blue line where it's held by Fost. Indirect pass. Svechnikov with 10 seconds left. Puck trickles in on goal, and Olmark covers up, and Niederreiter throwing fists here, and it is getting ugly. About 6 players on the ground. Coyle lost his helmet. The referee's still splitting the players up, as Niederreiter and DeBrusk were the first 2 going at it. A scrum in front of the net with 6.4 seconds left in the period. So it looks like There might be or not offsetting, but there might be penalties on both sides here. We shall see what the officials ultimately decide. So the official making the decision. Yep, so roughing penalties assessed to both sides here with 6 seconds left in the period. Not really surprised about that in the end. And so the faceoff will take place in the neutral zone on this near side. Oh yeah, you talking about the year that they won the cup, Hugo? Yeah, I think that's what you're talking about. Yep. Yeah, the Kings had that incredible run when they won it all. What was that? Like 2013, something like that. So here comes the faceoff in the neutral zone. Still 1 minute left on the power play for Carolina. Meanwhile, Bruins win the draw. Carlo sends it up the wall, and that will conclude period one. And right as the horn sounds, both teams once again getting at it. If you can't tell already, these two teams don't like each other, and they're really going at it. Howla and Jarvis keep battling each other, and we'll see if the referees are right now letting them go at it. And now one of the officials getting his right arm in there to try to split them up. And finally, they do settle down. And well, 20 minutes in the books, and certainly a lot more bad blood to be passed around. It's Boston 0, Carolina 2 after 20 minutes of play. And this should be a spicy rest of the game because these two teams have been going at it from the start, and that's what playoff hockey is all about, folks. Finally, both sets of teams heading to the locker room after a first period where there was plenty to talk about. No doubt about that. Jesper Fast with the opening goal of the game. Sebastian Aho got the second. Carolina leads the series 1-0. They lead game two, 2-0. Coming up on the first intermission report, I'll talk about that fast start for the Hurricanes indeed, and give a live update of that Lightning Maple Leafs game two, which got underway just about 20 minutes ago or so. Bruins 0, Hurricanes 2. It feels like a must-win game for Boston, and it's not the start they were looking for. 20 minutes in the books, 40 to go in regulation. Back with the first intermission report in a moment. Make sure you keep it right here. It's game two of this first round series in the Stanley Cup Playoffs. And welcome into the first intermission report, everybody. Do I think Canadian teams should play in their own leagues? No, not necessarily. To be honest with you, Hugo, I'm fine with some Canadian teams playing in MLS, MLB, and NHL. I mean, it's not like there's something in those leagues' names that suggest it can include teams from multiple countries. So, no, I'm fine with it, to be honest with you. What a loaded night of Stanley Cup playoff action. Lightning Maple Leafs going on right now at 9:30 Eastern Time. The Blues will take on the Wild. And then at 10 in the nightcap, it'll be the Kings against the Oilers. Gotta love that slate of playoff hockey on the docket tonight. Thanks everyone for your company. It's Carolina leading Boston 2-0 through one period of play. Do I know Vince McMahon? Yes, I've heard of him. Don't know much about him, but yes, I do. Yeah, well, I'll tell you what about this first period. I mean, Carolina kind of rallied after their starting goaltender had to go out. Antti Ranta took that big hit from David Pastrnak on the goalie interference and had to leave the game with an injury he sustained from that hit. And in came the rookie Pyotr Kochetkov to replace him. And with the Hurricanes this season, Kochetkov, a 3-0-0 record, 2.42 goals against average, a 902 save percentage. He did go 13-1-1 in the AHL with the Chicago Wolves prior to his call-up. So the rookie really being thrown into a tough situation here in the Stanley Cup playoffs, but he's actually done a solid job since coming in after Ranta left in the first period after the interference by Pastrnak. And yeah, kind of after that injury, the Carolina Hurricanes got going, scored their first goal, and then a second came. So right when you thought maybe that would hurt Carolina with their starting goalie going down injured, it was actually kind of the opposite. They came alive and capitalized on their chances. Unlike the Bruins, just like in game one, the Bruins struggling to take advantage of their chances here in game two. And that's been a real frustrating thing for them here in the second period of play. And yeah, credit to Carolina for capitalizing on their opportunities. That's for certain. Going back to that first Carolina goal, in fact, it was a great cross ice past D'Angelo, threading it through for Fost, and Fost with the one-time finish. Just great puck movement all around. First goal of the playoffs for Jesper Fost, and he got Carolina on the board to start things off. And then, of course, a second goal would arrive minutes after that when the Hurricanes would double the lead. Here are the thoughts first, though, from Taylor Hall of the Boston Bruins.
Yeah, I mean, they're a team that battles, in between the whistles, after the whistles, they try and play with a certain level of intensity. And, you want to match that, but at the right times. We got a little flustered in our own zone there a couple times in the first period. And, adjustments that we have to make really quickly if we want to get back in the series.
What's the level of frustration after you dominated the start of both periods in the two games so far, yet you're down yet again?
Yeah, that's hockey. That's the way it goes. What we did last game was we stuck with it, and we outplayed them for the first 30 minutes. Tonight, we got away from our game after the first 10 minutes or so, and that's unfortunate. We got to get those goals back, and the way we do that is by playing the same way that we know how to play, getting pucks to the net, first on pucks, and then making plays when we're there.
You rang the post in game one, and the game kind of swung after that. How much have you thought about that shot in the last 48 hours?
What are you going to do? That's hockey. Would have loved to see that go in, but everything evens out in the end, and it's about getting those chances. And no matter who we're playing in net, you want to get shots, and you want to put them in the right areas, and we'll keep doing that.
Thanks, Taylor.
All right, those were the thoughts of Taylor Hall for the Boston Bruins. Clearly a frustrating first period for the Bruins, a frustrating series all around so far for Boston. They'll try to turn it around in period two. The first intermission report continues after this. It's Carolina 2, Boston nothing. Game 1 of this, game 2, I should say, of this first round series will continue in a few minutes' time. Back with more in a moment. Hello, everybody, and welcome back into the broadcast as we take a live look into the Tampa Bay Lightning Toronto Maple Leafs game. Just under 3 minutes left in the opening period. Still no score in this one, and the Lightning just finished their power play. So Toronto killing off the penalty, and they've got the crowd fired up north of the border. I wouldn't say the Hurricanes are thrashing the Bruins, but it's not a bright start. Let's just put it that way as we continue with this live looking of the Tampa Bay Toronto game. And it's actually Toronto with a chance here. The shot just wide. The Lightning catch a break right there. 2 minutes left in the first period of that game as we'll get ready for the start of the second period. Meanwhile, between the Bruins and the Hurricanes after the break, it's back out to Carolina for period 2. 2-0 Carolina in front. Back after this. And welcome back. We're ready for the start of the second period. There we go. Adam, you're in the house. Come on. I know it's been you all this time, Adam. Come on. I figured it out by now, man. Look, you literally have the same profile picture for both people. I mean, listen, it was funny at first, but now it's getting old. I'll be real. But hey, I still like you, Adam, but I'm not falling for that stuff anymore, trust me. Anyways, we're ready for the start of the second period. Of course, the big story in period 1 was Antti Ranta going down with an injury after Pastrnak collided into him, and he is out for presumably the rest of the night as Pyotr Kochetkov, the backup rookie, has filled in for his place. And what's good, Register? Welcome into the broadcast. I welcome you in, but I cannot agree with you there. That is just harsh, man. For Marchand to be humbled, beaten, and nose broken. I mean, to wish that upon a player is not right, man. I'm sorry. Even Even the players I hate most in the league, I would never wish for an injury upon a player. That's just crossing the line in my opinion. But hey, that's just me. We're ready to go now for the second period of play. And well, the penalty box is pretty full right now. There's four guys in the box for Boston. I think 2 or 3 for Carolina. We'll sort all that out in a moment as we're underway in period 2 from Raleigh, North Carolina. And yes, it is indeed a two-man advantage for the Hurricanes first 50 seconds of the period. Here's a slap shot, and it's wide. Good look right away for D'Angelo. D'Angelo now in the slot, closing in, feeds it down to the left circle, and the one-timer saved again by Ullmark. The 5-on-3 continues for the Hurricanes. It's held up and now moved up high to D'Angelo. D'Angelo down low. The one-timer saved short side. Another chance for Vincent Trocheck. Now it's on the right wing with Aho. Aho into the slot. Aho over to Teravainen. Teravainen back into the slot, feeds it to the left circle. The 5-on-3 is over. Now a 1-minute 5-on-4 as Bergeron heads out of the box. Pat save by Ullmark. What a chance that was in front of the net for Svechnikov. Carolina's still with it in the offensive zone. Here's a one-timer from Aho, and he scores. A power play goal on the slap shot by Aho. And it's 3-0, the Hurricanes leading the Bruins. An 86-mile-an-hour shot that finds the back of the net. And it is not looking pretty for the Bruins right now. Really good puck movement by Carolina on the power play. And it leads to another goal-scoring opportunity, which they certainly didn't waste. A one-time slap shot from Sebastian Aho. $18:50 left in the second period. And now Aho just one goal away from tying for the third most playoff goals in franchise history. He now has 17 for Carolina. And he's only 24 years of age, we should mention. And this is Taylor Hall. Hall combines. Hall closing in. The backhander wide. Put it wide left of the net. And that was a golden chance for Taylor Hall. Bruins save it at the blue line. Is this where Boston wakes up? Here at PNC Arena. They are now the ones being outshot 15-10. Taylor Hall tries to elevate it on the backhand. Puck fought 4-1 by Carolina. Svechnikov lost it. Pastrnak takes it away. Pastrnak, a nice move to keep possession down the right wing. Just one shot in the last 11 minutes for Boston. Hall sends it in deep, trying to keep it alive as Forbort. He got tangled up with Jordan Stahl. Boston once again in the offensive zone, and the shot is gloved by Kochetkov, and he holds on. He stopped everything so far since replacing the injured Ranta. Yeah, it is. It is ugly right now for the Bruins, I gotta say. I mean, unless they can get a goal soon, it's not looking to be trending in the right direction for Boston right now. And this is, of course, a vital game for them. Bruins win the offensive draw, and it's McAvoy with a slap shot, rings it wide. Niederreiter advances it into the neutral zone. Flip back into the near corner. Aho, or not Aho, or rather it was Fost getting there. Around the wall he goes. In the far corner, it's Stahl. Foss back in deep where Niederreiter fights for it. DeBrus tries to clear. Carolina keeps it in. Niederreiter has his shot blocked. It's all the way back down to Kochetkov. 17 minutes left in period 2. Brought forward by Teravainen. Teravainen in the left corner tries to feed it up top, but no one there. And Carolina has to retrieve all the way back behind their own net. Smith does so. Two assists, one hit in 7:20 ice time for Tony DeAngelo. And a penalty is coming up here on Boston. A delayed call, and now the whistle sounds. With 16:21 left in the period, it's Carolina heading to the power play. Trent Frederick going to the box for Boston, and just absolutely nothing going the Bruins' way tonight. Yeah, and that's a bad penalty to take for Trent Frederick. So the interference call will send Carolina to the man advantage for 2 minutes. Face off to the left of Linus Ullmark. It's Nosek against Aho here in the face-off. Carolina wins it. Here's DeAngelo across the line. Fed down low, passed in front, and it's blocked by Forboard, and Ullmark covers for Boston. Just 8 seconds into the power play, and Carolina immediately looking for a chance. Yeah, the Rangers-Penguins game was crazy last night. 3 overtimes. Yeah, I was watching that game after the Celtics game ended. And yeah, that game would just never end. It just kept on going and going. It's Aho and Bergeron in the draw. Boston clears it right away. Kochetkov leaves it for DeAngelo. DeAngelo around the end boards. Svechnikov tried to chip it back. Marchand had it for a moment, but now it's back with Carolina. Marchand steals it back, and he skates through center ice. Over to the left wing, he advances into the offensive zone where it's stolen. Back the other way comes Aho. Pass into the slot, and Trocheck with the right idea, but his teammate couldn't handle the pass. Bruins trying to clear it, and they do. It's moved ahead by DeBrusque. DeBrusque with a chance. Shorthanded opportunity, but it was blocked on the shot by Slavin. .35 seconds to go in the power play for Carolina. 5 seconds played in the second period. McAvoy couldn't clear it. He delivers a shoulder check on Pesce. Here's the rookie Seth Jarvis all the way through. The slap shot blocked. Nosek got in the way, and that deflects out of play. 13 seconds remain on the man advantage. .34 left in the period. 3-0 Canes in front here in game 2, trying to take a 2-0 series lead over the Bruins. Face-off will take place to the right of Ullmark. On the left wing, it's stolen away. Takeaway there by Curtis Lazar. Lazar dumps it in deep. Red Sox up 2-0. All right, Jeffrey, at least one Boston team is winning. That pass into the slot, taken away by Carolina. Martinuk chases the puck down. There's a shot from distance, and Trocheck sent it on frame. Olmark steers it over the boards and out of play. No, I did not see that, Hugo. I did not hear about that, no. Coming up, it's game 2 between the Blues and the Wild. That's at 9:30 Eastern time. Ville Husso became the first Blues goalie with a shutout in his first playoff game. Back with more in this game after the break between the Bruins and the Hurricanes. And we welcome you back into the broadcast, everybody. 13:57 to go in the second period. 3-0 Carolina in front. Face-off coming to the left of Olmark, and it's won by Boston. The Hurricanes have outscored the Bruins now 24-2 this season, including the playoffs. Unbelievable stat line. As Pastrnak sends it to the far corner, Howell on the chase. Carolina clears out to center. Carlo sends it back in. Carolina works it out again. Aho gaining the line. Over to Jarvis, the rookie. Jarvis caroms it off the end wall. With it now is Hampus Lindholm. And Hall called offside at the blue line, and some pushing and shoving after the whistle once more. Nothing new there. Apparently, during that last commercial break, Kyachetkov, the Carolina goaltender, needed some type of ailment for his skate, but he doesn't speak English well, so he needed a Russian translator to help the athletic trainer out with signifying what he really wanted. But eventually everything worked out. This puck cleared out to the neutral zone. Marchand hits the brakes and reverses direction, feeds into the slot where Bergeron couldn't control. Good idea from Brad Marchand, but it's Carolina back with it. Pesce leaves it for the oncoming Shea. The Carolina fans making a lot of noise once more. Back it comes to Ullmark, and he finds Forbort. Hall, great cross-ice pass, and the wrister saved. Kochetkov holds on for Carolina. 11:53 left in the period. Yeah, what an effort by Niederreiter on the last Bruins breakout as Marchand tried to feed it into the slot for Bergeron, and Niederreiter dove in with the outstretched stick to break it free and prevent Bergeron from getting on the end of that pass. Face off here to the left of Kochetkov. Puck taken in the offensive zone by Bergeron. Pastrnak in deep for Carlo. Carlo along the end boards. Helped out by Bergeron. Bergeron looking for Pastrnak, but the pass intercepted in Carolina. Clears out to the neutral zone. This is Foston in the offensive zone. There's the clearance by Boston, and Kochetkov leaves it for the oncoming D'Angelo. All the way down it goes for Hampus Lindholm. 11 minutes left in the second period. A 3-0 lead for Carolina. It's wound in deep by Boston. Curtis Lazar looking for the steal. Nosek helping out. Lazar taps it back for Clifton. Now on the chase is Foligno. With it is Forbort in the left corner. Forbort behind the net to Foligno. Back to Forbort. Edge of the left circle. He shoots, and that's wide. Back it comes to the right point with Connor Clifton. Forbort at the line. Drive through traffic. That's wide of the net. Carolina unable to clear just yet. Battle for the puck. Sent to the left wing. One-timer is saved there by Kochetkov. Wow. So that was a good spell there for the Bruins chance-wise. They had multiple opportunities, couldn't finish though. And we do have an update in the other playoff game going on. And in fact, with 1.4 seconds left in the first period, the Tampa Bay Lightning scored against the Toronto Maple Leafs. So at the first intermission of that game, it's 1-0 Tampa Bay. Of course, Toronto shut out Tampa Bay in the opening game of that series, 5-0 2 nights ago. Midway point of this game, regulation anyways. Carolina winning the face-off duel 19-12 tonight. Boston wins this one. It's McAvoy with a shot, redirected wide by Haula. Now Haula in the near corner. 10 minutes left in the period. Hall will shoot. Save made. Kochetkov, I believe, got a glove to it. Now to Bruss, shielding the puck. Had it knocked loose, and it's taken the other way by Seth Jarvis. Jarvis to the near corner. And it's turned over by Carolina. This is Taylor Hall at the other end. He finds DeBrusk. DeBrusk around the net. Feeds it in front. The puck's still loose in the slot, and it's claimed by Carolina. Aho clears. Back and forth we go. Now it's Svechnikov shielding the puck from McAvoy in the near corner. Stahl will step in. And now McAvoy off the boards for Marchand. All the way down it comes for Kochetkov. Bruins retrieve the puck in their own zone. This is Hampus Lindholm. 8:40 left in the second period. Lindholm can't connect. The Hurricanes in the regular season, 2.44 goals allowed per game, which led the league, as a matter of fact. But they only allowed one in game one, none so far tonight as that puck deflects into the bench area. 8:32 left in the second. It's 3-0 Carolina. I'll be back after the break. Stick around. And welcome back in, everybody, as the Hurricanes have made the playoffs for the fourth straight year, it should be mentioned. And I hope not, Adam. I hope the Bruins and the Celtics make deep runs in these playoffs. But yeah, I have to admit, it's not looking good for the Bruins so far. If they can somehow turn it around here in game two and come back and win it somehow, then I'll be feeling much better. But yeah, it's not looking so bright for the Bruins right now, as the face-off will take place at center ice to get things back underway. 8:32 left in the period. Boston wins the draw. Clifton in deep for DeBrusk. Craig Smith gets there and finds DeBrusk. Behind the net, DeBrusk hits the brakes. Carolina back in possession. Back to that puck was Forborn. Moved up the wall. Bruins will make a change as Carolina starts up through the neutral zone. Backhanded by Domi, and Clifton now with it. Now it's in deep. Frederik Andersen with a 2.17 goals against average, which was second in the league for Carolina. 922 save percentage, which was third in the NHL. So when he went down with that injury about midway through the season, it was a big deal. And Carolina struggled without him for a while, but they are doing just fine right now without him here in the postseason. 3-2 Red Sox. All right, thanks for the update there, Jeffrey. The Carolina crowd wanted a penalty, nothing called, and going down on that play was Jesper Fast. He was the goal scorer in the first period for the first goal of the game. Here's Pesci. Sends it down to the near corner. McAvoy buried by Nichus. Lazar trying to provide assistance. Yeah, I'm planning on watching the CONCACAF Champions League final today. I don't know if I'm going to be able to stay up for it. I'm awfully tired today, but I'm going to try. It's a 10 o'clock start here on the East Coast, so we shall see. But I'm going to try, yes. This puck played up the wall all the way back to Brandon Carlo. Carlo will skate around the Boston net. 6 minutes left in the second. Here's Hall down the left wing. Hall's shot partially deflected wide. Now it's in the near corner with Haula. Haula finds Hall. Hall centers. DeBrusque couldn't handle the pass, and it's Carolina breaking out the other way. Skating ahead and hitting the brakes is Svechnikov. Turnaround shot, and Ullmark ultimately covers up. A dangerous look there for Carolina. Another scrum in front of the net. 5:38 to go in the second period. It's still a 3-0 lead for Carolina. Back after this. Welcome back. The Stanley Cup Playoffs continue later tonight, 9:30 Eastern Time. Game 2 between St. Louis and Minnesota. And then at 10, it's Game 2 between LA and Edmonton. A couple of great Game 2s on tap later tonight in the Western Conference. 5:38 left in the second period here, meanwhile, and it's Boston who wins the opening draw. The draw to resume play, I should say. It's kept in their zone, though, until it escapes Svechnikov, and he goes down, and a penalty will be assessed here to Taylor Hall. Well, that's exactly what the Bruins didn't need. Oh, no, it's going against Svechnikov. I beg your pardon. All right. So it's actually going to be a hooking call against Svechnikov. I'm sorry there. I thought it was going against Hall. So I take that back. So yeah, a holding call it will be. He was holding back Hall, and the Bruins just 3 for their last 48 on the power play. They're 0 for 5 this series. That could change here. A chance and a save. Kochetkov denying Pastrnak as the referee takes a spill. Pops right back up to his skates. Here's a chance in the slot. Blocker saved. Puck is loose. Multiple chances, and they score! Patrice Bergeron on the power play. 5:03 to go in the second, and the Bruins on the board. A much-needed goal for Boston, and they're back into it here in Game 2. Multiple chances here. Marchand with the original shot. Carolina just couldn't clear. Marchand had another chance. Bergeron had to go at it. Actually was denied on his first backhand shot and then snuck it home on the second chance. So that was just relentless pressure from the Bruins in front of the crease. And eventually it pays off Patrice Bergeron scoring his 47th career playoff goal, the second most in franchise history, and it's now a 3-1 game in Carolina with 5 minutes left in the second period. And here comes Boston again. It's Craig Smith, not too far off. The Bruins had 46 goals off rebounds in the regular season, which was the most in the league. And all of a sudden, Boston with some life. This puck sent all the way down, and it is an icing call against Carolina. .429 left in the period. It's now a 3-1 game. Thanks, everyone, for your company tonight. Appreciate your support as always. Face off to the left of Kochetkov, won by Boston. Tight angle shot, and the save made by the rookie. Carolina now the other way. Flipped into the far corner where McAvoy retrieves. McAvoy through center ice. Around it goes for Marchand. By the way, Bergeron had 25 goals in the regular season, marking his 9th straight season with at least 20 goals. Now Grzelcyk behind the Boston net. Final 4 minutes of the second period. Check there, delivered by Niederreiter. 48 hits delivered by the Hurricanes in Game 1. That was a season high, and every single skater had at least one. It's a physical series, and that goes without saying. Carolina has it on the left wing. One-time shot wide of the net. Puck loose near the goal of Ullmark. Now Aho has it. Aho up the wall to the left point. The hit's dead even right now at 29 apiece in this game. That shot by Jarvis, fended off by Ullmark, and he makes another stop on the one-time effort there by Svechnikov. Carolina not done just yet, although finally Boston takes it away and chips it clear. They get a much-needed line change there as the stretch pass finds Seth Jarvis. Boston back with it, and oh my goodness, a blistering hit, and mayhem breaks loose. Hampus Lindholm got absolutely laid out, and that could easily lead to a fight sooner rather than later. As the medical staff comes out, and Lindholm is very slow to get up, and he looks to be very dizzy at the moment. He looks out of it. And the referees will try to take control of the situation, but my goodness, that was a brutal open ice hit. I mean, in real time, there didn't seem to be anything dirty about it, but man, oh man, did Lindholm get absolutely leveled. As we take a look at the replay, oh my, Svechnikov raising the shoulder, and Lindholm just simply didn't see him coming. Oh my. That was brutal. And I mean, with Svechnikov raising the shoulder, you know, maybe it could be a penalty. And oh yeah, Lindholm tried to get up, and he fell right back down. And he is having trouble skating on his own. You can tell he wants to keep going, but you got to take these head injuries real serious. He could be in concussion protocol, no doubt about that. So he's helped off the ice by his teammates. And with 2:49 left in the second period, maybe that's the hit that wakes up the Bruins here in Game 2. Oof. What a hit. And I think a tooth came out as well. Man, that's a devastating hit right there. And Svechnikov, right after that hit, was just attacked by every single Bruins player, basically. And so he goes to the box, Andrei Svechnikov. That was his 8th hit of the game. He's had about 10 and a half minutes of ice time. And so the face-off to resume play will take place in the neutral zone. Yeah, and I think Svechnikov is heading to the box for how he reacted after the whistle was blown. And I think they were offsetting penalties here. So no, actually, because Carolina is going to head to the power play, unless that is a mistake. Let's see. Well, we'll figure that out. Yeah, it's Carolina the power play, because 2 Boston players were sent to the box meanwhile. So the Hurricanes to the man advantage. Yeah, it was a clean hit from Svechnikov. It has to be said. He never left his feet. A brutal hit, but a clean one. And hopefully Lindholm's all right, as that shot from Natchez goes wide. Bruins try to clear, and they do. All the way down it goes. As the puck's retrieved by Tony DeAngelo. Chance here down the right wing. Trocheck closing in. Tries to circle around the net. And the pass blocked off. Bruins counter the other way. Final minutes of the period. Marchand from distance. Save made. And oh, wow. Oh, wow. Kochetkov takes a punch at Marchand. And those two are going at it. I've never seen something like that where the goalie attacks the player. First, he threw a stick out at Marchand and then punched out at him with the left hand. And this game really starting to get out of hand, quite frankly. Wow. And now Marchand's going to be sent to the box for the Bruins. Wow. Yeah, Kochetkov wanted to play the puck even after he made the save. And I think he was not happy about the cross check by Marchand, and that's why Kochetkov went after him. Yeah, and it's going to be a penalty on each of them. We'll see who serves the penalty for Kochetkov. And so the penalty boxes are running out of room at this point. All right, this is getting out of hand here in the chat. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to do it here. And so with 2:08 left here in the second period, it's Carolina still on the power play. Oh, and there's a big hit delivered in open ice. It leads to a breakaway for Carolina and a penalty called against Boston. It'll be a delayed call. That puck touched by Coyle, and it'll be a 5-on-3 for the Canes. So forward to the box with 1:53 left here in the second period. And I don't know where all my chat went here. That is weird. All my chat went away. Oh, there we go. Did Adam get banned? Well, I put him in a timeout for a little bit. I'll unblock him in a little bit, but I couldn't stand his nonsense for a while there. Sorry. I mean, I like having a little bit of fun, but he's been doing that for like 2 hours now, so I just need a little break. Here's D'Angelo. He feeds it down low, and now it's retrieved in the neutral zone. Across for D'Angelo. No, I mean, I know for a fact Adam's running Mike's account, so he's just trying to play games, but it was funny at first, but it got annoying after a while. So here's a shot, rebound chance. Olmark makes the save, then the puck's put in the net. It's trickled home, and the Carolina Hurricanes take a 4-1 lead. Well, the 3-goal lead restored for the Hurricanes. And it's Aho with the finish for Carolina. What's good, Vaughn? You are back. Welcome in. What happened to Adam? Nothing. He was just trying to fool around by switching up his accounts and stuff like that. But don't worry. I like Adam. I'll unblock him in a little bit. I'm just hoping he'll stop, because I was getting a bit annoyed. And maybe some of that has to do with the Bruins disappointing right now. As we have 1 minute left in the second period, it's now a 4-1 lead for the Hurricanes. Slavin downloaded Domi. Puck fought for on the far side. Coyle tried to dig it out with his glove. Here's a shot. Slap shot saved by Olmark. The chance there came for Slavin. Boston will clear. Slavin to retrieve the puck. And remember, Carolina's still on the power play. Their goal came on a 5-on-3. Here's Connor Clifton. That pass all the way back to Kochetkov, and that will run out the clock for period 2, the second period in the books, and it's a 4-1 lead for the Hurricanes over the Bruins. The crowd at PNC Arena is loving it. And despite needing to go to their backup goalie, Kochetkov, he has been solid between the pipes for Carolina. And it's looking good for the Hurricanes through 2. We'll see if the Bruins can pull off a comeback in the third. Coming up on the second intermission report, I'll talk about the chippy series that has been this series between Boston and Carolina, and also talk about the game between the Lightning and the Maple Leafs. In fact, we do have an update in that game, as Tampa Bay was up 2-0, and Toronto then scored to make it 2-1. However, minutes after that, the 2-goal lead would be restored by the Lightning. So they just took a 3-1 lead moments ago. 8:44 left in the second period of that game. We'll keep you posted there. I'll be back after a quick break. Stick around. And welcome everybody into the second intermission report. We are 40 minutes away from puck drop between the St. Louis Blues and the Minnesota Wild. We're an hour and 10 minutes away from puck drop between the LA Kings and the Edmonton Oilers. So an exciting couple of games on tap in the Western Conference later tonight. Meanwhile, we are in the second intermission currently between the Bruins and the Hurricanes, a 4-1 lead for Carolina after 40 minutes of play. I was hoping that the Bruins would bounce back in the second period, but that's not really quite what happened. And Sebastian Aho, so far, 2 goals tonight for his first 2 of the playoffs. He has been great for the Hurricanes. Aho has always been a player I've enjoyed watching. And of course, that hit on Hampus Lindholm going to be talked about a lot, because my goodness, was that a hit from Svechnikov. By the rule book, it was a clean hit, but you can understand why the Bruins reacted the way they did. And yeah, that was a brutal hit. And Lindholm seemed very dazed getting up and going over to the going off the rink and to the locker room. So hopefully Lindholm is okay, because that looked like a scary situation for him, no doubt about it. So hopefully Lindholm is all right. Niederreiter had the other Carolina goal in the period, which was his second of the playoffs. He also scored in game 1. But yeah, in real time, I said maybe that Lindholm, that hit on Lindholm would kind of wake up the Bruins and make them, angry in a way and help them come back. But then moments after that, Carolina would score their 4th goal, and Brad Marchand would be penalized right before that goal, which would kind of lead to that power play opportunity for Carolina. As Marchand was going at it with Kochetkov, each of them would be assessed penalties, as Kochetkov made the save, tried to lay it out, and those two would take a couple of hacks at each other. I'm fine with that bad blood between the two teams. It's certainly been a chippy series. Bergeron did score the lone goal of the game for the Bruins, which was his first. And Kochetkov, though, 14 saves in relief of Antti Raanta. So after that Raanta injury, I'm sure many people were thinking, oh no, this is not good for Carolina. But I'll tell you what, the backup here in Kochetkov has been very solid, and he's impressed me, to be honest with you. Didn't really know what to expect from him. Didn't expect much of him, to be honest, considering he's a rookie. This is only his 4th ever NHL game, and he's been doing quite well considering he's been thrown into these tough circumstances. Carolina now just 20 minutes away from taking a 2-0 series lead. The Bruins looking for a big third period comeback, and we shall see if they can somehow get that third period comeback. Here are the thoughts of Sebastian Aho after 2 periods.
Yeah, it's high-paced, high intensity. It's both teams battle very hard, and obviously it's physical too. So I'm sure everyone who's watching enjoys it.
Are you enjoying it?
Absolutely.
What has allowed your team to find their offensive game in this game?
Sorry?
What has allowed you guys to flourish offensively?
Power play is huge, obviously, right? So get early power play goal there in the second, and then obviously 5-on-3 got another one. So those are the big moments.
And not many people can talk to Kochetkov, but Svechnikov can. What has he told you about the kid?
Well, you know how he is. He's always smiling. He's always in the good mood. Obviously, great goalie, and he's been clutch for us.
He does.
He does.
All right, there are the thoughts of Sebastian Aho. A physical battle between these two teams, and in this series through 2 periods tonight, the Hurricanes simply outplaying the Bruins in goals on the aggregate 9-2. Shots on goal, however, 57-47 in the Bruins' favor. The Hurricanes 2 of 9 on the power play. The Bruins 1 for 6 meanwhile. Now the Red Sox tied 3-3 now. All right, thanks for the update, and there's Adam again finding a different account. I was just joking around with you, Adam. I'm gonna unblock you. I was just getting annoyed with all of your different accounts, but hey, I know it's all in good fun. I think I was just more angry about the Bruins. I'm gonna unblock you. Don't worry. I'll be back after this. Stick around. Hey, folks, welcome back in. We are about 32 minutes away from puck drop between the St. Louis Blues and the Minnesota Wild. That game is just around the corner. Meanwhile, we still have a third period to look ahead to between Boston and Carolina. All right, Adam, you should be unbanned. I was just playing around with you, man. But yeah, you should be unblocked. Let me know if you aren't, but you should be. I'll be back for the third period of play after this quick break. So stick around. Third period is next from Raleigh, North Carolina. And we welcome you back in for the start of the third period, folks, between the Boston Bruins and the Carolina Hurricanes. Yeah, no worries, Adam. No, that was my bad, man. I just got frustrated because I didn't really find it funny anymore, and I was frustrated that the Bruins were losing. If the Bruins were winning, I probably wouldn't have done that, but it was a combination of things where I just got annoyed. But no, it's completely fine. Don't worry. I like you, Adam. You're a good guy. I know it. I know you're just trying to be funny, but it's all good, man. It's all good. Well, the Hurricanes have just dominated Boston this season in the regular and postseason. A 4-0-0 record have outscored them 25-3 now in 14 periods, and the Bruins haven't led a single second in the 4 games against Carolina this season so far. Yeah, no, that was my bad, Adam. And I would never actually block you. I was just, doing that. So yeah, because I was just frustrated, but that was never going to be permanent. So I hope you know that. And no need to apologize, man. No need to apologize. Yeah, I don't know how Grealish didn't score one of those chances. Yeah, it was that was a crazy game. Crazy game. Yeah. Nah, you're good, man. You're good, Adam. There's the shot save made by Olmark. 2 goals for Aho, 3 assists for D'Angelo tonight on Carolina's side. We're underway here in the third. Shot from the right point. Saved by Olmark. Niederreiter will swing it around to the far side. And through traffic, Olmark makes the glove stop as Stahl tried to set the screen in front. $19:20 remaining. Thanks, everyone, for your company tonight. The Bruins trying to avoid going down 2-0 in the series, but they trail by 3 here in Game 2. This is Craig Smith, shot from distance. No, Vaughn, I don't think so. I think that's very weird. You have that many pictures of one person. That pass intercepted at center ice. Smith delivered the hit. Adam, I know your mic. Come on, man. I don't want to have to block the mic account. Come on, man. You've literally told me your mic before, and I know because you're talking in the same type of way and saying similar things. And this is wound in from distance, and it will be icing against the Hurricanes. Face-off coming back in the Carolina zone. It'll be to the right of Kochetkov. Aho against Hala, and Aho wins it. DeBrusk picks it up. Now McAvoy. Back it comes to the neutral zone with Matt Grzelcyk. A huge off-puck collision. McAvoy and Svechnikov, and play is stopped as McAvoy is down for Boston. And he is getting up very slowly for Boston. He's still on one knee as the athletic trainer comes out to attend to the leader of this Bruins team. Oh, yeah, that was a nasty-looking collision off the puck between those two. Oh, I don't know, Vaughn. I don't really care. It's just, I don't care. And so McAvoy slowly walks over to the Bruins bench. And DeBrusk is going to be penalized here for Boston. So it's going to be yet another power play for Carolina. Are you sure, Adam? I find that hard to believe. I mean, then why was there the same profile picture for both of you? I mean, something doesn't add up. Clearly one person is running both accounts. Carolina wins the faceoff. Here's Svechnikov. Cross the line. He finds his teammate in Toivo Teravainen. And that pass off the stick of Aho back out to the neutral zone. The Bruins trying to kill off yet another Carolina power play. All right, fair enough, Adam. Fair enough. I mean, I'll take your word for it. Here's D'Angelo. D'Angelo moves it up high. Svechnikov to the right wing. That shot was blocked. D'Angelo is down. Moves it up top to the high slot with D'Angelo again. That shot was saved by Ullmark. Back out to the neutral zone. Fired in from distance on Ullmark, and we have a delayed penalty against Boston again. It's going to be a 5-on-3 for, I believe, the third time tonight for Carolina. And it's going to be a double minor as well. A high sticking penalty on Forbort. And it's going to be 4 minutes on Forbort. So things are just going downhill for the Bruins. Oh, yeah. Forbort with a stray stick. And it hit the face of Teravainen, and he's bleeding from his chin. Oh, my, yeah. Cut open his chin. And that's why it's a 4-minute penalty. If there is blood drawn due to a high stick, it is a 4-minute penalty. 26 penalty minutes against Boston tonight. 14 for Carolina. All right, you're all good, Adam. You're all good, man. No worries. As that's covered up by Ullmark, and McAvoy is going at it. A couple of punches thrown at Trocheck. This is a chippy series, to say the least. 6 hits delivered tonight by McAvoy. As Teravainen gets that chin worked on. Yeah, that chin completely opened up from that high stick. He's still bleeding. Here's a shot from distance. Ullmark got a piece. That was an 87-mile-an-hour shot. Here's Aho. Aho down low. Played up to the left point by Niederreiter. D'Angelo in the high slot, feeds it down to the goal line. Passed in front, Ullmark turns it aside with the blocker. And now Coyle clears for Boston. The 2-minute advantage is over for Carolina, but they'll still have a 5-on-4 for 3+ minutes. Yeah, we'll see, Adam, what the Bruins can do. It's not looking pretty. That puck stayed in the offensive zone for the Hurricanes. Puck passed into the slot by Natchez and intercepted by Nosek. Shorthanded chance. Shot from distance. Curtis Lazar sent it wide. Clifton the follow-up. He fights for it in the near corner. .15:30 to go in regulation. Lazar moving it up to the high slot. Grizzlick slap shot is wide. The Bruins with some shorthanded chances. Now it's Clifton on the puck. Clifton loses it. And it's passed back by Kotkaniemi. Down the left wing, Natchez. His pass off the mark. The steal by Marchand. Marchand holds at the line, goes cross ice diagonally. McAvoy couldn't keep it. 2 minutes left now on the Carolina power play. 15 to go in the game. Aho flips it ahead to Svechnikov. Boston clears again. How about McAvoy? 21 and a half minutes of ice time tonight. This puck swung around, stolen in a dangerous area. The shot goes wide and Svechnikov claims it. The zone entry by Carolina. Svechnikov moves it to the slot. Held up momentarily by D'Angelo, and through traffic, the shot is gloved by Ullmark, and he holds on. And pretty much every time there's a whistle now in this game, the officials have to intervene. .104 still left on the man advantage for the Canes. Face off here to the left of Ullmark. It's won by the Canes. Shot is saved. Passed in the slot, and that shot just over the bar. Carolina pouring on the chances now. Clifton digs it out along the end boards. Boston trying to clear the zone. Constant pressure, though, by Carolina here. Jarvis put it on net, and Ullmark got a piece. 15 seconds left on the power play now. Oh, and another stop by Ullmark. That chance for Kotkaniemi. Kotkaniemi along the end boards gets tripped up, gets the pass away. Natchez gets hit by Clifton, and back to full strength are the Bruins. They kill off the power play for Carolina, and now here comes Boston breaking out the other way. That shot from the left wing saved. Maple Leafs losing 3-1 to the Bolts. All right, thanks for the update there, Adam. Carlo tries to dig it out. Quick one-timer from the left wall, and Ullmark loves it. 12:22 to play in regulation. No, I did not see that, Hugo. Coming up, it's game 2 between the Blues and the Wilds. David Perron had a game 1 hat trick for St. Louis. Trying to do something similar tonight in game 2. I'll be back after the break. Third period action continues next. It's 4-1. Hurricanes leading the Bruins. Welcome back in, everybody. 12:22 remaining in regulation. 4-1, Carolina leading Boston. Jeremy Swayman, perhaps the potential Game 3 starter for Boston. He was 23, 14-3 in the regular season. He did have a 2.41 goals against average, which ranked 5th in the NHL. It's been Ullmark, though, for the first 2 games, and it has not gone to plan for the Bruins. Face-off in the Boston zone, won by Carolina. Around it comes to Jordan Staal. Staal up to the right point, shot from distance wide. Now in the near corner, it's Fost. Jordan Staal moves it up to the point, and a whiff shot there by Pesce. Marchand the other way. He hits the brakes for Boston. Winds it around the end boards where Carlo chases the puck. Passed in front. Pastrnak couldn't control. And it comes back out to the neutral zone. And now a penalty is going to be called for, I believe, too many men on the ice. Well, I didn't block Mike. I blocked Adam. So I don't know what this Mike account is talking about. Heading to the box for Carolina is Nino Niederreiter. He'll serve the too many men on the ice penalty. So if there's any chance for Boston to get back into this game, it could be this as they head to the power play. Charlie Coyle loses the faceoff. Bruins 0 for 3 in Game 1 on the power play. They're 1 for 3 tonight on 5 shots as Grzelcyk starts up the Bruins offense. He'll drop it back for Charlie McAvoy. Or rather, Coyle. Coyle, through contact, gets into the offensive zone. Carolina clears again. Starting back up is Grzelcyk. Haula chips it in and now sends it around the end boards to the right wing. The Hurricanes have killed 5 of 6 penalties this series. And they clear again. Down to Ullmark it comes. Pastrnak chips it ahead to Bergeron in the near corner. Now Marchand fighting for it. The puck trickles towards goal. Kochetkov couldn't cover up, but it's backhanded down ice where Ullmark gets a touch. McAvoy finding Marchand. We have reached the midway point of period 3. The Bruins down by 3. That's a nice steal by David Pastrnak. Pastrnak spin around pass, broken up. Getting a stick in there was Brendan Smith. And here comes Carolina. Spinning through and holding the puck up is Trocheck. His pass back will go all the way back for Kochetkov. A shot from the full length of the ice. Ullmark comfortably stops it, but the power play is over for Boston. Niederreiter out of the box for the Canes. Puck comes around to the right circle. Clifton a drive. Pad save by Kochetkov. Second chance. Puck is loose. Lazar shot closed off near side. So many chances here for the Bruins. 9 minutes to go in regulation. Here's Grzelcyk. Back it comes to Clifton. Coyle couldn't handle the pass. And it's Clifton again. Coyle will give chase, getting there first is Slavin. 8.5 remaining. That puck gloved by Carlo. And now retrieving the puck is Forbort. Pastrnak in possession, backhands it to Bergeron. Bergeron advances into the offensive zone, down the right wing. He loses the puck. Bruins running out of time, down by 3. Bergeron flips it ahead. Pastrnak winds up, pad save made. Now McAvoy with a chance, redirected in. Bergeron scores, and the Bruins down by 2. 7:39 to go, and a huge goal for Boston. Patrice Bergeron has been so good this season. He's so good every season, isn't he? And the redirection, actually with his leg here, with a skate, yeah. But he didn't intentionally kick that into the net, so it is a clean goal from Bergeron. Put himself in a good position, though, and good things can happen when you do just that. Certainly still time for the Bruins. All right, thanks for the update there, Jeffrey. Red Sox up by 1 in the 9th, all right. Yeah, I saw the Heat are beating Philadelphia, yep. Here is Hall. Shot goes wide. The Bruins with life again. 48 career playoff goals now for Bergeron. Halla trying to win the puck in the corner. Clifton delivers a big hit. Hall with a shot. That's sent wide. Bruins send another one on target. Good pressure here by Boston. Clifton in deep as DeBrusk fights for it in the near corner. Him and Slavin going at it. Around it comes to the far side. Puck still loose, and finally Carolina flips it out. Chasing this one is Clifton. Carolina makes a change, 6.5 to go. And this will head all the way towards Kochetkov, who covers up for the Canes. And as has been the case after every whistle, a scrum takes place and ensues. Well, a 2-goal game here. It's certainly not over yet. Boston has been trailing the entire night, but with that goal moments ago from Bergeron, there is some hope for Boston. In the regular season, the Carolina Hurricanes had a plus 45 third period goal differential, which led the league +1 so far this series. Could that change tonight? McAvoy's chance. Save made. Puck still loose. And McAvoy's second shot saved again by Kochetkov. Another chance. That's blocked. Pastrnak wraparound effort and a glove stop by Kochetkov. A scrum once again after the whistle. And that's just how the rest of the series is going to be. Well, we'll step aside for a quick break. The Bruins so close to making it a 1-goal game. They'll try to do just that. Right after this, stick around. And welcome back into the broadcast, everybody. 4-2, Carolina leading Boston. By the way, Carolina's emergency goalie is a guy by the name of Jack LaFontaine. I don't know. I mean, I assume he's dressed somewhere. He's not on the Carolina bench, but if Kochetkov was to suffer an injury, that would be their emergency goalie. I don't know really anything about him, but I'm assuming he has little to no experience, especially at this level. But, if we get to that situation, uh, certainly be an interesting storyline, but we shall see about that, as that was an attempted pass in front, blocked off. Now it's kept alive by Jarvis. Olmark makes the stop. 5:30 remaining. 25 and a half minutes of ice time for Charlie McAvoy today, as play is blown dead here. .5:17 remaining. Bruins trailing by 2. Crucial game 2 in this best of 7 series. Face off here to the left of Olmark. Coyle wins it. And that went off the rim of the boards. Retrieved by Pesce. Pesce pressured along the end wall. Carolina out to center. Here's Trent Frederick. Frederick from distance sends it wide. Now Smith and Teravainen fighting for it. Backhanded out by Brady Shea. Hall is back there for Boston. 4:40 to go. It's Connor Clifton for the Bruins. Clifton flips it on goal, and it's gloved by Kochetkov. .432 remaining in regulation, and we do have an update for you. In the Tampa Bay-Toronto game, early on in the third period, Tampa Bay have scored again. So Tampa Bay has scored again, and the Lightning have taken a 4-1 lead. And then actually, with about 14:30 to go, Braden Point scored another one. So 5-1, the Lightning up big now on the Maple Leafs. About 13 minutes left in the third period of that game. I'll be back after this quick commercial break. Make sure you stick around. And welcome back. 4:32 remaining, and Linus Ullmark to the bench for Boston. So already an extra skater on the ice for the Bruins. Here's McAvoy with a drive, backhanded effort, and it just goes wide. Carolina tries to aim at the empty net. That puck is wide into the near corner for icing. And the faceoff will come back in the Carolina end. 4:16 to go. The Bruins throwing everything they can at the wall. Face off here, won by Carolina. And now we have a penalty being called. And it's going to go against the Hurricanes. So a penalty shortly after the faceoff. And so heading to the box is Brett Pesce. He took out Marchand. And the Bruins will have a man advantage. And the question is, do they keep Ullmark out of the net for that extra skater to make it a 6-on-4? And it looks like they're going to do just that. So Ullmark stays on the bench for Boston to make it a 6-on-4 with the net empty. We have 4:11 to go, Hugo, in regulation. Bruins win the draw. Puck fought for in the slot, and out it goes. All the way back to the Bruins' end. Starting it back up is Charlie McAvoy. McAvoy feeds it to Pastrnak. Pastrnak, great bit of skill. His shot is saved. Now Marchand digs it out in the near corner. Taylor Hall holding the puck along the wall. Looking for McAvoy. Down low. Marchand feeds it across. The shot saved. What a save there by Kochetkov. And now Carolina aiming for the empty net. It's wide left. And that will be no icing, as Carolina is obviously still on the penalty kill. 1:10 left on the Boston power play. Oh, what a big hit delivered there. A clean one, though. Halfway through the Boston power play now. Pastrnak leaves it for Marchand. Now Tomas Nosek to Marchand. Up top, one-timer saved. And now Smith drives one in. Another stop by Kochetkov. Smith tries to feed it across. Pastrnak at the right point. Drives one through traffic. That goes wide. Now Pastrnak high slot. Winds up. Slap shot deflects wide. Puck still loose. It's given away. Carolina shoots wide. So close to scoring in the empty net. 20 seconds left on the power play and 2:30 left in the game. The puck chipped into the near corner. The Bruins back in the offensive zone. Marchand digs it out. Blockered away by Kochetkov. Final seconds of the Pesce penalty, and he is out of the box. Pesce goes to the bench. The net's still empty for Boston with that extra skater, but it's now 6-on-5. That's glove down, and here's a shot by Foligno. Another stop by Kochetkov. He has been unbelievable. 1:50 remaining now. Carolina trying to clear, can't do so. Puck is loose near the Carolina goal. Smith winds it around to the left point. Hall will wind up for the shot. That deflects wide of the net. And now Smith trying to dig it out for the Bruins. Under 85 seconds to go. Carolina clears it again, and once more it's just wide of the empty net. And this time, icing called with 1:15 remaining. Wow. The Bruins just applying nonstop pressure. But time and time again, Pyotr Kochetkov coming up with some big-time stops. Pastrnak had such a great chance moments ago for Boston. Looks like the Bruins will call a timeout here. It is loud inside PNC Arena. They are rocking at the moment. Thanks, everyone, for being a part of tonight's broadcast. This has been quite the battle tonight. This has been quite the battle. And Kochetkov has been a huge story. 30 shots faced, 28 saves, 2 goals allowed. It's his first career playoff performance, and he has made some big-time stops for the Hurricanes. What if Elon Musk buys a soccer team? I mean, he could do it with the money he has. The crowd waving their towels, and we're ready to resume play in Raleigh. The Hurricanes trying to take a 2-0 series lead. Face-off here taking place to the left of Kochetkov. It's won by Boston. Pastrnak with a dribble or shot. It's loose in front. Kept alive. Wraparound effort. Missed the net by Pastrnak. Pastrnak keeps it alive once more. That shot's blocked. Niederreiter with the block shot. Someone was without a stick. There's a stray stick near the net. Puck still loose, and it goes across the crease and wide. Carolina finally clears, giving chases Niederreiter, and he scores into the empty net. Nino Niederreiter with the dagger. It's 5-2 Carolina, and the Hurricanes are going to take a 2-0 series lead. With 41 seconds remaining. The Bruins just giving it everything they had going forward, and ultimately Carolina managed to clear. And on the loose puck, Niederreiter got there first, and before Pastrnak could track back, Niederreiter scoring into the empty net, his second goal of the night. And it's a 3-goal Hurricane lead. Hallmark back in net, of course, as this will be icing on the Hurricanes. 21.5 to go. And it's going to be a 2-0 series lead for Carolina. Heading into Game 3, Friday night in Boston. Comes out to center where Forward fumbled it. Now it's sent in deep by the Canes. Olmark holds on, and there's going to be some gloves dropped and some punches thrown as the final horn sounds and this game goes final. These two teams do not like each other in the slightest. Looked like just about every player dropped the gloves there. We won't officially have a fight, but all the sticks have been dropped pretty much, and I'm sure both teams will remember this heading into Game 3. Foligno is still tied up with Smith as the referees try to split them up and send them to their respective locker rooms. It is all over. And the Hurricanes defeat the Bruins 5-2, the final score. And Carolina has taken a 2-0 series lead over Boston. It's always a tough task coming back from a 2-0 deficit in a series. That's what the Bruins will have to do now. And yeah, my pleasure, Hugo. Hope you enjoyed the CONCACAF Champions League final, just as I am going to do. Game 2 is now between the St. Louis Blues and Minnesota Wild. However, that will do it for my broadcast, everybody. Hope you guys enjoyed it. 5-2 the final score. Carolina defeats Boston in Game 2. They take a 2-0 series lead as they celebrate with their home crowd before the series shifts over to Boston for what will be a huge Game 3. Well, good night, everybody. Thanks so much for being a part of the broadcast. It unfortunately didn't go the Bruins' way tonight again. And, well, Friday is... I thought tonight was a must-win. Friday is certainly going to be a must-win. Good night, everybody. See you guys next time.